chaps, welcome back and thanks for taking the time to join me. Just like to wish everybody a happy new year, and hopefully you all have a very successful and pleasurable fishing season for 2022. Now this is a request. I'm going to tie a flag called the Divers Gold Shrimp. I believe this is a Morris Brawley pattern, so I'm just going to show you sort of how to put it together. Now the hook on the vise is a Partridge Patriot double, size 10 in gold. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is unique thread 80 in red. So I'm just going to come in and get the thread started a couple of mil behind the eye of the hook. I'm just going to run my thread down until I'm sort of way in line with the points of the hook and remove the waist tag of thread. Now there's no tag on the fly. The tail is a dyed red golden pheasant breast feather. So I'm just going to strip away the rubbish from the bottom. Come in and just stroke some of the fibres back to reveal the tip. I'm going to offer this up to the hook and take 2 turns. I'm going to fold the tip back, bring my thread turns back up over the tip and the hackle. Then I'm going to bring my thread up out of the way and come in and trim away the waist tag of the breast feather. Then I'm just going to stroke these fibres back and do 1 turn in front of the other. Now the turns here are entirely up to you. It's just everybody has their own personal preference. Right, I'm just going to put 1 more in. So plenty for me there. Then I'm going to bring my thread back down into position, force the hackle down into the tying thread. Now I'm just going to take a couple of tight turns to catch that in. I'm going to strip off the excess, and I'm going to keep the stem in underneath the hook, run my thread up. Now keep my thread tight, break away the stem. If you're going to do that, make sure you keep your thread nice and tight. Then I'm just going to come in and brush out the fibres of the tail. Because I've maybe caught some of them when I was winding up. Now I'm just going to bring my thread back down, tie it up against the tail. Now the next part of the tail is just yellow cock hackle fibres, so this is just a fluorescent Chinese cock cape that I have. I'm just going to take one of the bigger feathers from the back of the cape, just bring these out. I'm going to take a couple of pinches of the cock hackle fibres, and I want this lace the length of the tail. So just offer it up, come around with a pinching loop, a couple of turns to hold. I'm going to come in, lift the excess, take that away in a bit of a tapered cut. I'm going to put some flesh into the tail. And this is just the blue mirror flesh. So we've got 2 strands. I think in Morris's pattern he used blue crystal flesh, but you guys can keep me right. Now I'm just going to get the 2 strands of mirror flesh, offer them up into the tail, around with a pinching loop, another turn to hold. Just going to fold the excess back, tie up over the top, come in and trim that away. Now I'm just going to moisten that for the wing. At this point we'll just advance our thread on forward, just hang the cut ends of the cock hackle fibres in. Now you're just trying to keep the body as smooth as you can, folks. That's what you're trying to do here. On the way back down I'm going to catch in the rib. On Morris's pattern he used a copper wire. This is just a orange ultra wire. So I'm just going to catch this in underneath, bring it in underneath the shank of the hook, run our thread back down. Now get to this point, just going to come in, hold my tail and bring my thread down tight up against the tail. Now the body is going to be a size 10 silver and gold uni mailer, and we're going to use the gold side, so I'm tying it in with the silver side facing up. I'll run my thread back up, nice and tight. Then we're going to come around with our gold mylar, making sure we get a nice tight turn, straight turn going at the back of the fly, and then just overlapping turns of the mylar up the body. Now you can put some super glue on there if you wish, just to make the longevity of the fly last a wee bit more. A couple of turns will catch that in. Come in and trim away the excess. Now, I'm just going to get my rib ready here. Let's pull it down into position. Now there's a body hackle on the fly. I'm going to use a Hackle Orange cock saddle hackle. Just use a Hackle Orange Chinese cock hackle if you don't have a cock saddle hackle. So just breaking away the rubbish at the bottom, stripping off some of the fibres to bear the stem. Offer this up to the hook, come around with a couple of nice tight turns just to secure that in. Come in and trim away the stem of your hackle, and then you're just going to palmer it down the body. Now I'm just going to get a turn going, the shoulder of the fly, and then 3 turns of the hackle down the body. Now just keeping a hold of your tip, just follow this around with your orange wire, or if you're using copper wire and you're looking 4 turns of the wire through the body. Bring that up in front, follow that around with your thread, and then just get a couple of nice tight turns in just to hold that in position. Come in and break away the wire, or if you've got designated scissors you can cut it away. Some boys have designated scissors for wires. Then I'm just going to come in and trim the tip of the hackle away. Now we're not looking too bad. Just a wee fibre there, get that to sit back. We're looking grand. Just going to come in and just with my brush, just brush out some of the body hackle. The wing is another golden pheasant red breast feather. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tippet, or sorry, the rump feather, apologies, rather than the breast feather. So I'm just going to strip away all the rubbish, and then I just come in with my finger and thumb and just roll it, just rolling the feather basically. Then I'm going to come in and take a measurement. I probably want this coming just halfway or slightly longer into the yellow cock hackle fibres of the tail, and then I'm just going to tap it out just to get it to fan out. Just tighten up, come in and trim away the excess. Just a wee fibre here, I'm just going to take this away guys. There's just another one there. Just going to stroke everything back, bring my thread down to the eye and back up. Now this is a wee request that I got to tie this. So there's another bit of the yellow cock hackle fibres in the wing. Just looking at my computer screen here just to get the tan. So just get your hackle fibres again, and I just want these slightly longer than the rump feather. Just come round, pinch and loop, a couple of tight turns. Now just see what way we're sitting here. Then I'm going to come in and trim away the excess. Just a wee favour there with this thing, so we'll take him away now, and then just tidy up at the front, and then we're just going to go back to our strands of blue mirror flesh. If you've got the dark blue or blue crystal flesh, you know, use it, guys. I just prefer the mirror flash at times. Just think it's a wee bit more mobile, in my opinion. I'm just going to catch that in. Just going to fold the excess back, work my thread back up. Just going to come in and collect the longer pieces of flash, trim that away, and then the front hackle, just to finish off, just a yellow, or in this case this is a fluorescent yellow Chinese cock hackle. I tried a wee variation earlier on of this, and I'll show you it at the end of the video. So just stroking back the fibres to reveal the tip. Come in with a couple of turns, going to fold the tip back, bring my thread back up over the tip and the hackle. Come in, locate the tip, break it away. Then I'll come in with my scissors and just stroke back the fibres, and then you're just looking one turn in front of the other. 2-3 turns should be enough for a wee fly like this, or it just depends how much yellow that you want in the fly. There's plenty there for me. So I'm just going to follow this around with my thread, catch in the stem of the hackle nice and tight. I'm going to come in and trim away the stem, and then all it's left to do here, guys, is just to sort of build up her head, and that's the wee fly done. Now you could brighten the head up further with the Glow Bright floss if you wanted to. That's up to you as well. You can change things up. That's what fly tan's about as well. You know, changing things up, just using the materials that you have. Now, there's no jungle cock on the fly, so I'm not going to put any on. I'm just going to come in and throw in a whip finish. Pull the thread tight, come in, trim away the tan thread. So there you go, guys. That's just the Diver's Gold from the wee request that I got, just reading off the screen there of the materials list. I'm just going to come in and put on a wee coat of super glue right the whole way right round the head. Just take your time, right the whole way right round, and then I'll come in and put on a couple of coats of varnish just to seal up the head. But there you go. Now, I said earlier on in the video there, I tried a variant of it, and that's my variant there. So, excuse me, I beg your pardon. That's the original pattern. The only thing that I've used different is the mirror flash and the rib. I've used an orange ultra wire when it should be a copper wire, but that's a variant of it. And what I've done here is I've used everything the same. What I've used for the winging, instead of the yellow cock hackle fibres, I've used yellow Arctic Runner, and the front hackle is a fluorescent yellow lace wing hen cape hackle. So there you go, guys. So that's let's hold this over here. That's the original, and that's the variant. So look, tie a few of those up. That's a great wee pattern. So I'm led to believe definitely working pity water, there's no doubt about that. So look, tie a few up, guys, hopefully, and catch you a few fish here in 2022. Just like to wish you all the best of luck, and tight lines, and please stay safe, and until next time, be good.